As of recording this, Eberron, Forge of the Artificer, is just on the horizon, and that got me thinking about Khorvaire, about Dragonmarked houses and Dragonmarks in general. For those of you new to the world of Eberron and Dungeons & Dragons, there is an option during character creation to have something called a Dragonmark. It's a magical birthmark or tattoo that manifests during your teenage years. The Dragonmark grants magical powers, and people with matching marks banded together to create Dragonmarked houses. Hello everybody, Jordan here, the PH is silent, and for this video, and possibly others, I want to focus on the Dragonmarked houses instead of the Dragonmarks themselves. There are 12, kinda 13 Dragonmarked houses within Khorvaire, and they operate like large corporations within the Eberron setting. Communication, travel, construction, and even medicine are controlled by these houses because of their innate magical expertise in them. Just because you have a Dragonmark doesn't mean you have to be part of the associated house, but they will try to get you to join, which consolidates and strengthens their power. The Dragonmarked houses aren't a nation, but they are a people, and those people have formed a business. So they operate all over Eberron, and when the last war was happening, all the houses worked for each side of the conflict. They were impartial to who they helped for profit. The war left most of them very rich, and where there's money, there is power. So in simplest terms, the Dragonmarked houses are corporations who influence politics to make it easier for them to expand and make more money. But you can only be part of their rich person club if you have the correct Dragonmark, so there's a Nepo baby thing kind of happening too. Dragonmarks appear on specific ancestries within Eberron. House Jorasco focuses on healing and medicine, and the only ones who have this mark are halflings. House Kundarak is all about security and protection. They run the banks, and their Dragonmark is only found on dwarves. Now that being said, in your own game, I think it would be a very interesting story point if you were the only human with a halfling Jorasco Dragonmark. It would be fun to explore, but for the base setting, each mark is limited to a specific ancestry or race. Much of the info about each house is pulled from 3.5 and 4th edition books, which can be a great resource for an Eberron game, but if you're just getting into Eberron, the 5e Rising from the Last War by Wizards of the Coast book is a great place to start. So starting off, let's talk about House Cannith. House Cannith is a human Dragonmarked house. Their symbol is a bull. They bear the Mark of Making, with lower Dragonmarked powers centered around the Mending spell and casting magic weapon. But Identify, Fabricate, and Creation are all aspects of this mark. House Cannith is important because they make things. They are an industry of creation and repair. With the last war, they made weapons, and towards the end of the war, they created the Warforge, selling mechanical soldiers to any side. They've expanded their business as they also create airships, sailing ships, and the lightning rail. And although they make these, they don't control the airships or sailing ships. They were hired to create them for other houses. If you are a Warforged in an Eberron game, you are directly tied to House Cannith due to your creation. House Deneith is another human Dragonmarked house. Their symbol is a chimera. They have the Mark of the Sentinel. So the house's industry is defense, but from a military perspective. You go to House Deneith for hirelings and mercenaries, or perhaps bodyguards. Certain individuals of House Deneith have been deputized and work as law enforcement, or at least have temporary authority to do so. The Dragonmark grants the Shield spell and other protection magics such as Counterspell and Death Ward. Your characters might be hired by House Deneith to ensure a train reaches its destination without being robbed. You might go to House Deneith for hired muscle. House Ghallanda is a halfling Dragonmarked house. Their symbol is a blink dog. They have the Mark of Hospitality and essentially have a business on rest, lodging, and restaurants. They're the Hilton Hotels of Eberron. Their magic centers around aid, rest, or finding shelter, so spells like Purify Food and Drink, Unseen Servant, and Liamin's Tiny Hut are all part of the Mark of Hospitality. It might seem like a subtle house, but the real power of House Ghallanda is information. With lots of secrets flowing past the owners of bars and inns, they have a sharp ear and seem to have a knowing perspective on situations. Any large inn that your party would stay at, you'll wind up dealing with House Ghallanda in some form. House Jorasco is another halfling Dragonmarked house. Their symbol is a griffin. They have the Mark of Healing, which provides restorative magic to the hurt and sick. They run houses of healing, like hospitals, where both magical and mundane healing are provided. They create healing potions, and the house could easily be played as a pharmaceutical company. Perhaps good intentions, but one bad CEO keeping people just sick enough to profit off new medicines. You could play a Mark of Healing halfling cleric and have no deity. All your healing could essentially come from your Dragonmark. Now, if you're looking to remove a poisonous effect, a curse, or heal a grievous wound, you're going to have to deal with House Jorasco in one of their clinics, payment upfront. House Kundarak is a dwarven Dragonmarked house. Their symbol is a manticore. These dwarves have the Mark of Warding, which provides security magic. Arcane locks, alarm spells, mage armor, and more. Their magic involves secrecy and protection. House Kundarak has set up banking as well, and they maintain the prison of Dreadhold along with other smaller prisons. They are the wealthiest Dragonmarked house, which might have more to do with their dwarven ancestry than their Dragonmark powers. House Kundarak owns the Mror Holds, which have deep veins of precious metals. And they utilize this to set up their banking industry. If you do any kind of banking in Khorvaire, you're dealing with House Kundarak. If you are part of a heist, odds are House Kundarak was hired to protect the item you're attempting to steal.
It is protected by the arcane seal of modern Canaan.
House Lyrandar is unique to half-elves. A fun aspect of Eberron is that elves and humans have lived together for so long that there's a whole group of people who are multi-generational half-elves. The half-elf ancestry has their own culture at this point. It is unknown if the Mark of Storm could manifest on just an elf or a human, because so far it has been only half-elves. House Lyrandar's symbol is a kraken, and they bear the Mark of Storm, which holds a magical power over wind, water, and lightning, the weather, and the skies. Now, this house controls transportation with their elemental-powered boats and airships. The Mark grants abilities over the elements and elementals, and you'll need someone from House Lyrandar to pilot your airship or to sail your boat. They stay in power, being the only ones with the secret to control the elementals bound to these devices. House Medani is the second half-elven Dragonmark house. Medani has the Mark of Detection, and their symbol is a basilisk. Dragonmarked Medani can detect magic, see invisibility, use divination spells, or cast non-detection. The house is hired as advisors, investigators, and sometimes bodyguards. House Medani are also secretive and can deal in secrets. A subsection of House Medani is the Basilisk Gaze Guild, who hunt down war criminals wanted by the Five Nations. Maybe your party is hired by them to find a war criminal, or maybe you're wrongly accused and House Medani is tracking your every move. You'll deal with House Medani if a bounty is put on your head, or if someone is looking to track you down. House Orien is a human Dragonmarked house. Their symbol is a unicorn, and they have the Mark of Passage. So this house manages land transportation, primarily the lightning rail. Their magic is based on movement, teleportation circles, dimension door, misty step, that kind of thing. The Mournland has become a big obstacle for House Orien, having to create new rail lines and negotiating with unresolved conflict between nations to get those rail lines set up is difficult. On top of that, House Lyrandar's airships threaten their business. So if you deal with the lightning rail or teleportation circles, you will be dealing with House Orien. House Phiarlan is one of the elven Dragonmarked houses. Their symbol is a hydra, and they have the Mark of Shadow. Now, Phiarlan is an elvish word that translates to spirit, roughly. House Phiarlan splintered into a second house called House Thuranni. Same Dragonmark of Shadow, but different people running the show. House Thuranni's symbol is a displacer beast. Now, both houses are entertainers, puppeteers, and minstrels, but they're also assassins and spies. Their mark grants them spells of darkness, disguise self, invisibility, illusion-based magic. The fracturing of House Phiarlan into both Phiarlan and Thuranni is an interesting topic, so subscribe for future Eberron videos. House Sivis is the one and only gnome Dragonmarked house, and I believe the oldest Dragonmarked house if you exclude House Vol, which doesn't really exist. They have the Mark of Scribing, and their symbol is a cockatrice. The Mark of Scribing allows these gnomes to have the magical ability to send and receive messages, both written and verbal. Spells like Sending, Comprehend Languages, and Illusory Script are part of House Sivis. Very important during the last war to get accurate communications to troops without being intercepted. They create sending stones and they control their use with message stations, where you pay to send long-distance messages through their sending stone network. Now, the dwarves of House Kundarak work closely with House Sivis. Many official letters of Kundarak must be notarized with a Sivis arcane mark. If you need to send messages, you'll be working with House Sivis. They're kind of like the phone company and the postal service wrapped up together. House Tharashk is made up of humans and half-orcs. They have the Mark of Finding, and their symbol is a Dragoni, a lion-dragon hybrid creature. This is the youngest Dragonmarked house, and they're found in the Shadow Marches, far away from the Five Nations. They are a house of bounty hunters, tracking creatures and objects. Within the Shadow Marches are undiscovered dragon shards that are worth mining. They're worth a lot of money. And this house has become profitable because of their ability to locate dragon shards within the marches and mine them effectively. That magical economy has given them sway with the other older houses. Divination, Locate Object, and Hunter's Mark are some of the magical spells the Mark of Finding grants you. House Vadalis is a human Dragonmarked house. Their symbol is a hippogriff, and they have the Mark of Handling. And this grants them power to calm and control beasts. They breed, train, and utilize animals. Now, at the surface level, they control ranches with cattle, they're farmers, but they also train horses and dogs for work. But their talents have led them to taming wild animals like griffins and even boulets. House Vadalis has begun experimenting with infusing animals with dragon shard powers to create superior beasts or odd hybrids of two different animals. These are rumors, but some say their next step is enhancing humans with dragon shard magical infusions. If you run into strange monsters guarding something important, it was probably created by House Vadalis. Farming and animal husbandry is the basis, but if a noble wants a pet fire-breathing peacock, they would also deal with House Vadalis. Those are the 13 Dragonmarked houses. The houses are a fun tool for dungeon masters. Everyone knows about Facebook and Amazon, and in Eberron, everyone knows about House Cannith and House Lyrandar. With the war over, many of these houses are looking for ways to keep their income as high as it was during the war. There is an unrecognized Dragonmarked house for the aberrant Dragonmarks, which I'll tackle in a future video, so please subscribe and be sure to like this video. I'm excited for the new Artificer rules, but also just more Eberron is always a welcome thing for me. If you're looking for more Eberron, I really recommend some of the excellent supplement books that Keith Baker wrote on the DM's Guild. I'll leave some links to those videos down below, as well as a link to my Eberron playlist. Let me know your favorite Dragonmarked house down below, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.